Sometimes you get to the end of the day and the noise is still in you. The phone calls, the meetings, the conversation that didn't go where you wanted it to go. The small storm that blew up over something that shouldn't have mattered. Whatever it was, it left a residue. Tonight we sit down with a passage from Acts where Paul is in the middle of his own storm, and a Sheen quote that names something most of us feel but rarely have words for. In our Thursday evening reading from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 22 and 23, we hear, wishing to determine the truth about why Paul was being accused by the Jews, the commander freed him and ordered the chief priests and the whole Sanhedrin to convene. Then he brought Paul down and made him stand before them. Paul was aware that some were Sadducees and some were Pharisees. So he called out before the Sanhedrin, "My brothers, I am a Pharisee, the son of Pharisees. I am on trial for hope in the resurrection of the dead." When he said this, a dispute broke out between the Pharisees and the Sadducees, and the group became divided. Picture where Paul is. He has been dragged from one hearing to the next. He is standing in front of men who want him dead, and the room is so loud and so divided that the Roman commander has to send soldiers in to pull him out before they tear him apart. This is not a quiet evening of prayer. This is a man surrounded by chaos he did not choose, holding on to one thing he is sure of: hope in the resurrection of the dead. That line stops us if we let it. He does not say, "I am on trial for my preaching or my travels, or for the controversy I have caused." He says, "I am on trial for hope." The whole storm around him narrows down to that one word. Everything he is being beaten and dragged and questioned for, in the end, is hope. And then the reading goes on. A great uproar occurred, and some scribes belonging to the Pharisee party stood up and sharply argued, "We find nothing wrong with this man. Suppose a spirit or an angel has spoken to him." The dispute was so serious that the commander, afraid that Paul would be torn to pieces by them, ordered his troops to go down and rescue Paul from their midst and take him into the compound. The following night, the Lord stood by him and said, "Take courage, for just as you have borne witness to my cause in Jerusalem, so you must also bear witness in Rome." Wow. Notice when the Lord comes, not in the middle of the shouting, not when Paul is making a stand. The following night, after the soldiers have hauled him back to the barracks and the noise has finally died down, in the quiet, when Paul is alone with what just happened and probably wondering what comes next, the Lord stands by him. "Take courage. You will bear witness in Rome." That's the part of the story we don't usually picture. We picture Paul preaching, Paul on the road. We don't usually picture him sitting in a cell at the end of a long, terrible day, waiting. And that is exactly when the Lord comes in. Not to take the trial away, just to stand by him and say, "Take courage. You are not finished. I am not finished with you." Psalm 16 responds to this reading like it was written for Paul's cell that night. "Keep me, O God, for in you I take refuge." And then this line, "Even in the night my heart exhorts me. I set the Lord ever before me. With him at my right hand I shall not be disturbed." That is the prayer of a man who has learned to find the Lord in the dark hours. My body, too, abides in confidence, because you will not abandon my soul. The whole psalm sings what the reading shows us. The Lord is closest to us when the day has worn us out. We are not Paul, but most of us know what it is to come to the end of a day with our own version of that uproar still echoing. The argument with someone we love, the worry about a child, the job that took more out of us than it gave. The sense that we held our ground for something that mattered, and we are tired now, and we are not sure what comes next. And then, in the quiet of the evening, He is there. He stands by us and says, "Take courage. I am not finished with you." Hello friends, it's Aaron. Welcome to the Sacred Heart family where we pray together, walk with the saints, and reflect on the gospel every day. If this evening's reflection brings you peace, please like and subscribe. As we prepare our hearts for rest, we now turn to the wisdom of Bishop Fulton Sheen. You think you are having a good time, but time really is the greatest obstacle in the world to happiness. Not only because it makes you take pleasures successively, but because you are never really happy until you are unconscious of the passing of time. Read that one again, slowly. Time is the greatest obstacle to happiness. That is not what we expect to hear. We usually think of time as the one thing we don't have enough of. We chase it, we manage it, we try to squeeze more living into it. And as usual, Sheen is saying something different. He is saying time itself, the very fact that one moment passes into the next, is part of why happiness in this life is always slipping through our fingers. Think about it this way. The good moments come one at a time. The laugh at the dinner table, the quiet on the porch, the hug from a grandchild, the sip of coffee on a cold morning. Each one is real, each one is a gift, but each one ends, and then the next thing comes. And the moment we just loved is behind us. We try to stitch the good moments together into a happy life, but they keep slipping past us into the next thing. We are never quite caught up to ourselves. And then Sheen says something even more interesting. You are never really happy until you are unconscious of the passing of time. Most of us know that feeling, the moments when we forget to check the clock, conversation that goes on so long we are surprised how much time passed. The prayer that pulls us in so deep that we don't know how long we have been there. In those moments, time stops being the thing dragging us forward. We are simply present. We are simply here. That is a small taste of what heaven is. An eternal now. No clock pulling us toward the next thing. No good moment slipping into memory before we have finished receiving it. Just the presence of God, fully, without end. St. Paul, sitting in that cell after the uproar, was being prepared for that. So are we. Every evening when we put the day down, every quiet hour we give to Him, we are practicing for the moment when time itself falls away and we see Him face to face. Maybe that is the part of why these last quiet minutes of the day matter so much. They are the place where we step out of the rush, even briefly, and sit in something that feels a little more like the eternal than like our schedule. Whatever the day put on you, set it down now The uproar that needs the Lord to stand by you in the quiet, the good moment you wish you could hold on to longer, the worry that keeps trying to pull you back in. Let it rest. He is here, the way he was with Paul that following night. Simply present, simply with you. Take courage. Tea kettle goes quiet, the lights go low, and the house settles around you. He is in the stillness, and he is not finished with you. I invite you to share your intentions in the comments of the video so that the Sacred Heart family may walk with you in faith and charity. Please join me in our Catholic evening prayers uniting our hearts to the Church's May devotion to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Click the link in the pinned comment now, and I'll see you there. Please visit our new home, sacredheartpreciousblood.com. The homepage is designed as our prayer hub, reflections, prayers, and rosaries, all in one easy-to-use place. God bless.